Okay, so the final sort of intermission, the Kentucky Route Zero, only locks after Act 5, but it's also an Easter egg in Act 1 that you need to do in order to unlock it. So after leaving Q's Oils, you've got to go back. Act 1, Scene 2. I should have done this in Act 1, but I forgot, because I'm a fool. Here we are back at Q's Oils. And someone else should be here. Joseph. And that's only a few miles outside of Hodgenville anyways. I don't think you could do much better for accessibility, and they got that new gas station if folks get lost. Carrington. But maybe they should feel lost, Joseph. Just as lost then as they are always already lost. Just like poor itinerant Silas, wandering the road, looking for a home. Joseph. Well, that's the way to look at it, I guess. Conway. Well, hello. I heard that old truck rumble on up. How's Homer? Say, maybe you can help this fellow. He's looking for a venue, is how you said it, right? Sure, I have an old friend who runs a bar, and they've got a real big stage. Says Conway. Carrington. No, it can't be indoors. Impossible. But I'm obliged you'd stop a moment to help me work this through. Let me explain my charge. I've dedicated my last 12 years to the design and orchestration of my life's great work, a grand, broadly experimental theatrical adaptation of The Death of the Hired Man by Robert Frost. Conway. Yeah, I've read some of his stuff. Joseph. Yeah, he's pretty okay. Not one of my favorites, but Carrington here has a knack for the drama. Carrington. Well, drama really is my second love. My higher calling is pseudoscience. Conway. So, when is the performance? Carrington. The event is to be performed tomorrow evening, just before dawn. But in the spirit of tragedy, our venue fell through at the last moment. I've been out all day, driving the highways, looking for a replacement, eyes fastened to the landscape like a hawk scouring the field. So, like a hawk, in fact, that I failed to keep an eye on my gas meter. I'm here waiting for the tow truck to bring my car so I can get back at the task. Conway. Well, I don't mind keeping an eye out for a spot. I'm on a drive anyway. Carrington. If you have attention to spare, I'd be grateful. Somewhere outdoors, somewhere intimate, somewhere tragic. And then we can just step out. Now that we're back on the road, we go back to the circle. We've unlocked the final intermission. The Death of the Hired Man. Death of the Hired Man. There are a few different channels, I think. Yeah. A game show, drama, racing, hunting. I would like this one, but let's stick to the good one. Harry. That's the bartender. Mexico. Carrington is in her with the plate, right? That's what she said. Harry. Damn. Carrington. Oh, she's been there before. Harry. It sounds so far away. Carrington. She lived there for years. Harry. Why'd she come back? Carrington. Ask her. Sometimes it's hard to get a straight answer. And Harry. So I recall. Well, that old girl's trouble anyhow. I'll tell you said so. She'd wear it with pride. She would, wouldn't she? How's business? Shitty. Sure, you laugh. Sorry, Harry. You laugh, but where will you go and sit and talk all day when they shut this place down? Oh, I appreciate the stakes. It'd be a different story if someone bought a drink with cash now and then. Sure, Harry. We've all got our troubles. Which reminds me, I'll pour 'em. No, it's not that, it's... As I was leaving the bureau, I ran into someone else. Uh-huh. Your erstwhile janitor. I'll bet. What did he have to say? In fact, he suggested he might come by and clean your facilities. He what? I never told him to. Now, Harry, be kind. I told him. The bar door opens and closes. Carrington. Here he is. Now. Be kind, says Carrington. I'm always kind. How does it look out there, Brandon? Says Carrington. It's pretty okay. And this is Brandon now. Sure, says Carrington. The sun is out. Harry, imagine that. Brandon, I mean, it's clear skies. Carrington, clear skies today. Brandon, well, I'll get started. And back to Harry. Listen, kid. Now to Carrington. Just going back, my young friend. We'll check in on you shortly. Brandon, oh, it's just a couple of bathrooms. Harry, see, that attitude. Carrington, going back, Brandon. And back to Brandon. Okay, I'll start with the ladies. Harry, fine. Brandon, there's nobody. Harry, no, it's just us and the kids. Brandon, oh, hey, y'all, what are you watching? Harry, some soap opera. Carrington, To Love a Red Moon. Brandon, oh, yeah, my mom used to watch this one. Carrington, the woman in the scene, Magda, she's a Martian banker. Her lover is the moon, Deimos, but she's unfaithful. Carrington, it's very compelling. Brandon, well... Footsteps and bathroom door opening. See, Harry, a little bit of kindness and you got your janitor back. Harry, was I ever anything but kind to him? I let him sleep in the office whenever he misses his bus. But he's not dependable. Off he goes, always when I need him most. Carrington, he thinks he ought to earn a little pay. I can't afford to pay any fixed wages, though I wish I could. So when someone else can pay, someone else will have to. Not so loud, he'll hear you. I want him to, he'll have to eventually. Harry, I believe you are to pour us a couple drinks. This damn bar is like a muddy black little pond where everyone who stops to drink falls in and drowns. Now, Harry, who would drink from a muddy black pond? There's always someone thirsty enough. Huh. And what are you in this colorful metaphor? Just another set of bones at the bottom. I'll drink to that. Hell, so will I. Drinks pouring. They're falling in love. Huh? On TV. So, how'd it go? Your plaything? My plaything? You said you put on a play, right? I staged an experimental theater production, yes. Pardon me. If you must know, it was a disaster. I'm sorry to hear that. On the topic of my production, the less said, the better. Fine, change the subject. It was doomed from the start, really. As I watched the sun rise that morning in front of Mercuse Oils. What's that? The gas station, Joseph's place. Oh? How's old Joe? Reflective, these days. Aren't we all? Wait, you did your play at a gas station? I staged. Yes. And nobody came out, huh? I'll be damned. An uncommon venue, by design. It's unique, I'll give you that. Even if an audience had materialized, there were other gaps in the production. Okay. The cast and crew, also absent. Damn. So, I alone stood there at sunrise with no play and no audience to miss it. And you? What's been occupying your days and nights, my friend? Not much. Sometimes I go down to the store and restock, but then it's straight back home. Home? You mean this place? I guess. Sounds pathetic, doesn't it? Not at all. No, you had it right at first. This bar is no home. It all depends on what you mean by home. Talking to Brandon the other day, I got the sense he sees this bar as a kind of home too. He's like a dog that walked in off the street. What do you do, Harry, when a dog walks in off the street? Give him some water. A dog never did anything wrong. Home is the place where, when you have to go there, they have to take you in. What's that from? Poem. I bet. It sounds like a greeting card. It's meant to sound a little cynical, I believe. What's the poem called? The Death of the Hired Man by Robert Frost. Oh, of course. Only the poem which served as the basis for my doomed experimental stage production. I'm sure it's a great poem. Well, the next line is, I should have called it something you somehow haven't to deserve. Huh. Mean anything to you? Well, is he a Christian man? Frost? Yes, I think he was, with a healthy measure of doubt. And it sounds to me like the grace of God. You get it when you're baptized. It's automatic. You don't have to do anything to earn it. You just try to be worthy of it. What do you think? Harry, you know I only attend church for the acoustics. Well, then what's the line mean to you? Oh, I take it very literally. It's a moral claim. There is, for each of us, a place called home. The relationship is inalienable. It's our birthright. No one may keep us from this place. So, says who then? I mean, who enforces it? If God won't, then it's up to us. And I guess you think the same goes for that kid back there. Am I so transparent? So, why is it up to us, though? Doesn't his grandma work in a bank or something? Does she? I'm pretty sure I heard that. But, Harry, don't you think that if he could get help from family? Sure. Maybe they had a fight. He looked exhausted. Yeah, he did. Why don't you go check on him? It's kind of quiet back there, huh? Not to scold him, Harry, just see how he's doing. Yeah, all right. Harrington turning to the TV. I'll catch up on the melodrama of the day. Well, you've been glued to this program all day. What do you make of it? And Emily's here, one of the kids. Everybody's secretly in love with everybody else. It's boring. Too consistent. I see. Sorry, your play was a bust. Live theater's always a risk. That's what makes it interesting. I agree. Sure. You're a performer, you understand. I was in a movie recently. I haven't heard. Yeah, a western, kind of, a glitch western. You have my complete attention. Well, I was just thinking about your poem. Oh? Yeah, but I was thinking about it as a riddle. Like, what's the place where, when you have to go there, they have to take you in? And the answer is home? No. It's a grave. Harry returns. Our host returns, says Carrington, but so quickly. Well, did you and the young man have a heart-to-heart conversation? How is he? He's asleep, says Harry, on the floor with a roll of paper towels as a pillow. Try to remember, Harry. No, it's all right. Let him rest. And that's the end of Kentucky Route Zero. Or at least the last bit of intermission. I do think it's funny that it boots you up back to scene 1, which I did have to, of course, restart in order to unlock Death of the Hired Man, but do you think of Death of the Hired Man in the context of the rest of the story, especially how Act 5 ended? Food for thought. I hope you enjoyed this, like, what, 15, 16 hours of reading? Might not have been perfect. I'm not the most proud of some of my performance here, anyways, but, well, like and subscribe.